Hey, my bad, y'all. I'm gonna get my storage shit together. King Chucky Entertainment. We want you to be an activist.
Mm.
I'm here with J-LEETHAL. This is part two. We was talking about the nipple, but we're gonna keep it going. I think we kind of got lost. I got lost in my train of thought, so we're gonna just keep it moving. But J-LEETHAL got a little something he want to share with y'all.
Yeah, I had this video. I want to talk about it a little bit in depth and at a later date, but I saw this video today, and I don't want to, go too deep into it, especially on this channel. But basically, I want to show y'all this video real quick, and I'm gonna show Shaka for the first time too. We can watch it together.
Get no hesitation. There are people in my life I want to protect. I have horrible asthma. I've been in the house for a year. I want to say that I understand that a lot of Black people who are watching this have distrust in the government. They have a distrust of vaccines in part due to the Tuskegee experiment, and we need to get over it. And I know people are going to get upset, but there are real repercussions of that distrust. There are medications, life-changing medications, that work better, significantly better on white people than they do Black people because of the reluctance of Black people to do medical tests, to trust medical authorities. And we're just getting out of a period of time where we did not trust the administration. And for people who love Trump, he sowed a lot of distrust in academia, in science, and we're having to work through that. I'm saying we need to get over it. We need to take this vaccine. I'm not judging if you don't, but you need to get over it. Say this really quickly.
So, I don't know if you guys heard that, but this is a woman, and I'll have to find her name. Her name is Aisha Fans. Aisha Fans. She most recently made a comment saying that Black people need to get over it. Now, this is what I want to tell Chaka real quick, and I'm going to give you the floor. Now, I was telling somebody else this. It's really weird to me, and I'm going to keep it really PG for this channel because I don't want them to get in any trouble. I've already had my last channel taken down for this type of talk. But this is really weird to me. Just 5-10 years ago, the Tuskegee experiments, you know what that is, correct? Obviously. The Tuskegee experiments was not a mainstream conversation in Black America or America, period. But now that this injection thing is going on, and grassroots people such as myself and others, many others, are teaching about the Tuskegee experiment because that's what's happening. Mainstream America is not teaching us about the Tuskegee experiments and things like that. So now that this information is getting out, you have people such as this woman who I just showed you, who's on NBC and all these big journalist jobs on Fox and stuff, telling Black people, get over the Tuskegee experiment. Now, why is this important? We're just finding out about the Tuskegee, things like the Tuskegee experiment in the past 5-10 years, and you're already telling us to get over it when it comes time to the injection. Now, this is why I want to bring it up, Shaka. Look, this was a few weeks ago when she said that, right? TV journalist and founder, Women Love Power, Aisha Fans, has passed away mysteriously.
Really?
Really.
That's real?
That's very real. This woman who was just passive-aggressively even laughing. There was moments where she was even chuckling and saying that, hey, yeah, I'm not judging you, and I know, but Black people, you just need to go on and get over it. Go on and get this injection, and it's because of y'all's reluctance that a lot of Black people are dying because y'all aren't signing up for the clinical trials of this. Y'all aren't doing this. So basically, she passive-aggressively placed the blame on us for being hesitant when really what it is once bitten, twice shy. The old statement, you fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. That's what we're going by when it comes to the American system. Now we don't trust this new thing, which I just heard you talking to a woman at work saying that it's been done in 6 months as opposed to the 7 years which it normally takes. There's many different factors why we would be hesitant, but we got Black women who have jobs on CNBC, sure enough, in a nice penthouse driving the newest Mercedes-Benz, and she feels like she can passive-aggressively chuckle at us and tell us to get over it. Now, here's where I'm passing it to you, Shaka. The woman has died. Mysteriously, I'm not making any implications. You can look into it. The woman has died. And my question to Shaka is, am I wrong because I smiled?
Yes, I would say yeah.
Okay, talk to me.
I would say yes, because first off, you want to have compassion, whatever side she was on. But what I would say is that a lot of people go. It goes back to the conversation we was having off camera.
She smiled at us, the ones who are trying to save lives. She smiled, hey, you guys need to get over it. We're out here trying to save their lives and save even children's lives because now the injection has been approved for children as young as 12. We're trying to save their life. So when she died, hell yeah, I smiled. How am I wrong for that? Compassion. She has no compassion for when we're trying to save anybody. Why do we always have to be the bigger man? But you don't believe, nobody believes in Jesus, but we always got to turn the other motherfucking cheek. Why? What happened to the ancestor talk you were just talking about? We do what the fuck we want to do. Okay, this woman, she was a traitor, she died, and we smile at it. What happened to that God energy? And talk about the European now.
I don't know if smiling about her dying is God energy, bro.
It is if she's an enemy to our people. She's an enemy to our people when she knows about the Tuskegee experiment and she knows the ones of us who are trying to educate our people. She's trying to motherfucking completely just disregard what we have to say, laughing passive aggressively. She didn't even have the honor to sit there and have a real discussion about it. Told us to get over it. That's an enemy to our people. And what are you going to tell me? She was lost? If that's the case, motherfucking Judas was lost. Every single motherfucking traitor in history was lost, and we should give them compassion. I think you have a little soft spot for black women.
Well, of course.
Well, we can't have a soft spot for anybody when all is fair and what?
But that's not why I say what I say. Whenever I make decisions, it's never emotional. Whatever I say, it's never emotional. I always make decisions based on facts and shit. So the thing is, the reason why I disagree, well, let's start with this. Like I said, off camera, we was talking about how the system is set up to make you look out for your family, right? Make a decision.
Yes.
You got to make a decision, either, do the right thing or look out for your family. That's the way
pay the rent.
That's the way the system is set up. So she was trying to pay the rent. That's what she was doing. But hey, I don't give a lot of passes. I mean, as far as she was playing the token Negro. She might as well be Candace Owens. You just supporting the state, You're just doing what you being a good old boy,
So let me ask you this: supporting the state, a black person doing what white people do, in other words, mislead us, and I mean, what's the differential between that woman and one of these powdered wig wearing old chaps here? Why do we make even the differential then? I'm sorry for working all this stuff. Why do we even make a differential? Because at the end of the day, the question is, if we're facing extinction, at what point do we stop articulating and pontificating and trying to, psychoanalyze what this person has been through that made them like that? This is an enemy. They're on that side because we're at a war. I mean, that's my question, and I know you understand that. When the war is on, if you're either on this side or that side, there's no time to, why are you wearing that uniform? Did you hear about the war?
Even in the war, bro. Even in the war. Your enemy passed. You respect that your enemy, bro. They life. If they died in combat, bro, that's respect, bro. That's one of the highest respects you can give somebody, because you're going to be like, you believed what you believed. I believed what I believed. I had to do what I had to do. I had to strike you down. But I'm not going to be happy about that.
And
yes.
See, and here's the thing. And I want to let it be known, because this isn't the first woman, child. Because there's another woman who was named Midwin Charles. Y'all can look her up. I made a video on her a few months ago. When she passed away, she was the same exact prototype. I can show you the video, the pictures and stuff off camera, but they almost look very much alike. Two black women, the stereotypical weave and all that. I'm not going to bring that up, but one worked for NBC, the other worked for CBS or whatever. Journalists, anchors, and they were both actively telling the black community to get injected and to disregard the ones of us who are giving the information out on why to be hesitant. Now, just for everybody to know, there are more reasons not to get injected than there are to. There are more logical, actually, reasons to be hesitant, just so that we're clear. But so these women are actively telling us to get it in all this, okay? Now, when they passed, it's not like I took a joy in a black person's death or a person's death. What it was it was the fact, as a teacher, it's almost like something that you're very passionate about. Let me try to find something that's a life or death that you're very passionate about. I can't think of anything off the top, like, but whatever. If you were very passionate about something that's life or death, and you're risking, your channel was taken down, your platform was taken down, your livelihood was threatened, you've lost friends, you've gotten to arguments over this conversation, your blood, sweat, and tears, you're trying to save a people with this message, and then you have another black person who spends their entire time tearing down that message. And fair enough, it's not a problem. I don't have an issue with you. But when they pass, I say, because of that message, it's not you passed in a car accident and I laughed. Now that's when it's dishonorable. But because I was warning you about cancer in Fruit Loops, and you passed eating Fruit Loops, and your entire campaign was trying to smear me, I'm like, well, at the very least, I smiled because the irony, Shaka. The irony said, wow, man, here we are. And, and so that's what I say, I showed you the video, and I don't even know where this video, the content of this video is going to go, but I wanted to ask, like, do you not see the divide in Black America right now? Clearly, we're divided a million different ways, but at the very least, there's becoming a very clear divide where it's ones who want to continue to be subservient in one way or the other, and and people who want something new.
Well, what I will say this on that is and I've said in some of my videos before is that.
And God bless the woman that passed. Forgive me, I wasn't laughing at her death, but it was the irony of it that made me smile. I just have to be honest. Go ahead.
You have to pick a side. I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with you on that. It is a war, and you do have to pick a side. So, and she's supporting the state. So I'm just going to say that. So she looked like she picked her side. But, like I say, at the end of the day, still, I'm not going to judge her for her choice. You know what I mean? I'm not in position to make a decision about her situation because I don't know anything about it, and so I'm not going to even begin to judge her in any kind of way other than saying that she definitely was working for the state. You know what I mean?
Well, we know that.
How many token Negroes keep popping up talking about, come on, go on and get your shot. You want a donut? You got that for you too. Come on, booga.
Yeah. Booga. And this is what I'm saying, and it's like, so my thing is, it's like, I guess the war is getting heavy, and I'm very conflicted about it because the first woman who passed, like I said, you guys can look her up. Her name was Midwin Charles. She passed. She was bragging about, look, I have the picture. She got her mom to take the shot, and she has a picture of when her mom was in the doctor taking the shot. Her mom is praying to the quote unquote praying to the Lord. She said it took weeks and weeks for her to convince her mom to take it because her mom is an elderly woman. Even her mom had conspiracies about the shot. Her mom was telling her, no, I don't want to take it. She made her mom take it because, she's a big shot analyst at CSNBC and all this other stuff. And so her mom trusted her baby. She got injected. A few weeks later, the woman mysteriously dies. Healthy woman in her 30s, vibrant, black, beautiful woman in her 30s.
Disclosure.
Do
not know that any of these people passed away from getting
They're
shot.
completely, I have no idea that these things are related. At this point, this is just complete hearsay. I'm saying the fact that we know is that the woman passed. Both of these women passed, and both of these women have got injected. And so what I'm saying is that adds to the speculation, right? It adds to the conspiracy, if there were, that's clearly out there that me and Chaka didn't make. The conspiracy that's being said by many people that there's a correlation between this injection and people passing away or having complications. And so what we're saying is these many different people who are taking it and then passing away mysteriously, it is not helping the cause. And, you know, I have to say it, they took my channel down for saying stuff like this when nothing, and Chaka, here's the thing. Nothing that I said was false, and they couldn't say that nothing I said was false. So that's why I said we have to, you know, I'm gonna keep it real cool on this, but what I guess we'll shift on asking this.
I really feel like it's a small subject. I just feel like it's a small subject. I think that it's it's all based on speculation, you know.
Okay, let me back it up before you go there. The Tuskegee experiment. You are aware that when it was going on, nobody was aware of it.
Well, they were lying to them.
Right, and so you are aware that we weren't aware of the severity of those things until years and years after, right?
Well,
so when you're saying now it's a small thing, you are aware that it could be bigger than what you're assuming right now. You do know that.
But wait, hold on. What are we talking about?
So what did you say was a small thing? You said it's a small issue.
The subject of the vax, the black woman
dying from the vax,
and saying that, you know, like black people going on to get your shot or whatever. Like,
you're saying that's a small thing.
I'm saying it's a small thing because I think that you know, it got, like I say, God body not finna be moved by that.
I mean, fair enough, but there are going to be a lot of our lost black people, which we know
and all
we have.
can do is educate them. All we can do is educate them and try to lead them and guide them. That's all we can do. They're gonna make their decisions, and they're gonna make their decisions. I mean, even educated people gonna make their decisions. Everybody gonna make their decisions. We can't just, like I said, that's a small subject.
Well, see. Here's the thing. All we can do is educate them. I agree, but I think you're okay. Is all America does educate us, or do they also shove propaganda down our fucking throat?
You gotta educate yourself. That's what I say on my channel all the time. Even if you go to university or wherever the hell you go, it don't really matter. You have to educate yourself. You don't even have to go to university, people.
But what I'm saying,
educate yourself. Read some fucking books. Sure. Wikipedia. You can look up a whole bunch of shit on the internet, bro. YouTube, bro. YouTube. Type whatever the fuck you curious about in the YouTube search bar, right, and scroll, nigga. It's gonna be some shit.
Right, and I agree with that, which is what I've been doing for a while. But what I'm saying is, like, America forces propaganda onto us, so that's a lot of the ways that we were taught is not through formal education. Sit down and, hey, listen to me and let's have a test. A lot of the things we were taught, like we said, from the Pledge of Allegiance on down, was from when we were young to not even able to understand it. They did it through repetition and propaganda. And so what I'm saying is, don't we need to combat that aggressive form of the way that they taught us that? They didn't just educate us. They indoctrinated us.
That's the perfect segue from the last fucking video. It snapped right at the end on, we need to decolonize.
Right.
So that's kind of what you're saying,
right,
in reverse.
Right.
Yeah. So,
how would you say what's a good way? What are the ways to decolonize? I mean, again,
well, first
decolonize
off,
into what though? Here's my
who gives a freak, bro? Back to our nature.
But how do we know what that is?
We don't. It doesn't. There's no stressing about that. Is the wrong way to think about it. Do not begin if you begin that way, you're gonna land somewhere you don't want to be.
So, well, what I'm asking is, in order to decolonize, or basically, we shouldn't be doing what we're doing now. We know that. So are we saying
some of the stuff
our actions are to do everything opposite of what we're doing now?
Not everything.
What is our template that we should be following?
There's no template.
It can't just be.
It's hard.
Millions of us leaving it up to the wind and going back to our roots, when a lot of our ideals of our roots have been bastardized or tainted. Like, so you're saying
confusing.
We'll just self-correct ourselves, and we should have no ruling body or no governing body with rules?
No.
You really believe we could have a Wakanda of black people, of self-governing black people, millions of us, all just left up to our own devices and left up to, hopefully we're good people? You really, you've lived in the hood, and you really believe, sir?
There's rules in the hood,
sir.
It's more rules in the hood than any fucking where else. And boom, it's a lot of shit. You hit the nail on the head, because that's so fucking perfect. Okay, and let me try to think of an example.
The rules in the hood, if you're talking about the only rules I know are the ones that are meant to keep, that are there to punish you if you fuck up. Snitches get stitches. These type of things.
That's what they propagate. That's
What's in the hood.
But that's what's propagated. That is in there, but that's propagated, and that's also a kind of a bit of a freaking part of colonization as far as that particular attitude specifically. No, it's a whole bunch of shit that's going on in the hood that has to do with community, and it's unwritten rules. They're just known. They're understood. It's a given.
And you think
we don't have to write it down. That's because that's not our culture. That's the reason why they misunderstood us from the beginning. That's not how we grow.
But in
you're supposed to know.
2021
We speak to each other. That's one of the things like about black people, right? We sitting around each other in a room together and we looking at each other in the eyes and we having a whole fucking conversation.
Right.
It's a whole room of people in there. We looking at each other in the eye. We ain't said a goddamn thing, and we just had a whole fucking conversation.
Right.
Bro, that's not everybody can do that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And
you have to understand.
That's a spark, but that's not enough to have a whole civilization around.
You're not hearing me, bro. You still in the colonization mindset right here. I have to break it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
I want to shock y'all.
Okay, in other words, are you saying that every people that we've seen is a form of colonization? Because everything, damn near everything we've ever seen.
That's why you have to pick through it. That's why it's hard. That's why it's difficult. That's why most people don't really want to do it.
I mean, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us to say. All I'm saying is there's a lot of us.
Most of us will just be like, man, the Europeans, they won. Fuck it. We just gonna go with their culture, bro. They fucking running all this shit anyways. They shit obviously superior to us because they beat us.
I feel like that's what you said. That's what they came to the conclusion of a long time ago.
You know, and it's way too many people thinking like that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No, their culture is not superior, so that's an illusion. No, the system that we have, that we live under, it doesn't even really work. It's fucking propped up with fucking bullets and guns and explosions and fucking horrible ass systems, bro. It keeps getting pumped in with money, using taxes, robbing and stealing and murdering and raping, nigga.
Right.
That's what it's fucking built on. That's not something that's sustainable.
Right.
It's gonna crumble without you doing a goddamn thing. You don't have to do shit, but sit back and watch. That shit gonna crumble by itself because it's not on a stable footing.
Well, that's just the order of the universe. Is that something that's on a stable?
Don't even say those words, bro. Take that back.
What do you mean?
That is not the way. That is not. I don't know what words you use. I don't even want to repeat them because they hurt me when I heard them. That is not the state of the universe. No.
No. What I'm saying is it's the order of the universe to where if something is not built on a stable foundation, it's going to fall.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All
yeah.
Right.
So I'm saying it's the order of the universe that eventually. It's like playing Jenga and then you keep on playing. It's like that shit's gonna Jenga with one Jenga at the bottom.
Right.
You're only lucky if you got this high.
Right.
So that's the thing. But the question becomes, what about the countless? See, my thing is this. I think about the countless generations of black children that got the short end of the stick. I do not think that here's the thing. It's like we're expected to jump in and out of being, like I said, being Jesus. Okay, if we're gonna throw away the whole Bible and throw away that as the European man's construct, then I want blood then for what I want everything we are owed everything, and don't tell me or us anymore that to be fair or anything else, because the conversation needs to be, and again. It's not, here's another thing I hear. Well, everybody's suffering. Everybody, when I say, black people, that's another thing I've been saying for years. Black people, especially in America, are still slaves. Then I hear, well, everybody's slaves, slaves to the debt system, slaves to the man. Fuck all that. Because I see white people when I go to talk to my job, I'm listening to the white people talk at my job, it's a distinctive difference than what we have to go through. Their blood pressure is not high like ours. Their refrigerators do not look empty like ours. They don't have roaches above their motherfucking heads. They're not cramped like sardines. And I'm talking about the average Joe Schmo white person. And one of the fucking biggest thing that triggers me is hearing a black person particularly, or a white person or anybody in between try to convince me that white supremacy is a hoax or is a conspiracy or the fact that no, we don't need to actually be focused on that and the average white person actually doesn't have no. They're very complicit in it. I've watched it. I've seen it. I didn't want to believe it. But it's true. The Jane Doe, the John Doe white person is fucking complicit in our demise as a collective. And so I'm tired of playing eventually the house of cards is going to fall and it's going to teeter in our favor. No, for 400 or 500 years we've been waiting for eventually, and I feel we need to put fire on some asses with not necessarily physical violence, but at the very least with this motherfucking hard direct opposition to them. We need to show direct opposition to all of their ideologies that they've placed on us, and we need to, like, it's not just a passive approach to education. I think that's my thing. I think too many people have a passive approach to education where it's just like, well, you know, whoever picks it up will pick it up. No, we're dealing with the people who've been poisoned and brainwashed. If I went out to drink with you and then I was just I got drunk as fuck, but you know I'm an intelligent man, but I'm high off the motherfucking weed and some Hennessy, you're not gonna just let me make my own decisions. Oh, well, he'll just come along if he can. If he's meant to come along, he'll come along. No, you're gonna grab me. Even if I fight you, you're gonna say, Josh, you're coming with me because you're not in your right mind. And so when it comes to the education of our people, I'm not understanding how the fuck we just allowing whoever comes in to come in. We need to know, pick motherfuckers off the street, slap them, fight them about it. Yes, because that's the same way they've been indoctrinated. They fought us to motherfucking get us to sleep. They found us on the motherfucking corner and shook us to sleep.
It is gonna take trauma though.
It's a shock therapy that we need.
But look,
we are sick people. You know how fucking sick we are, bro. We can't have a traditional method. We cannot have traditional methods to now this is where I'm gonna hit you with something. That's the white man's way right there, the traditional method of education. We need to have that foot in your ass approach that our grandma
what they did.
No, because our grandma did it. And
she got it from them.
Nah, man, the foot in the ass worked. No. The foot in the ass worked, no. Shaka.
I have
Shaka, the foot in the ass works.
No. All of y'all out there, I got 3 children.
Y'all, does the foot in the ass work or not?
I got
there
3
we go.
kids.
Okay. I got 3. I got 3 kids. I got kids.
No, I think maybe I spanked one of them once.
How many boys?
One's a boy and 2 girls.
Which one did you spank?
One of the girls.
Okay, and so continue.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's necessary. That spare the rod, spoil the child is some bullshit from them fucking Europeans on that fucking Bible-ass, religion-ass, fucking slavery-ass, fucking find a way to beat you ass shit. I don't believe in that. It's left over from slavery.
Okay, now let me stop you
abuse.
there. Let me stop you there. Let's sidetrack, take it away from children because that can go down a rabbit hole. Let's take it to people. Is violence necessary with people? And don't give me don't white-splain to me.
Okay, what are we talking about here?
I'm asking you a yes or no question. Is violence necessary with the motherfucker on the street at the red light?
For what though? What is the circumstance?
You don't play semantics.
I'm not gonna fight with somebody at no
no. I'm not saying it's for nothing. I'm saying is it within the